Bam! The late adopter. Wow. Bam. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to a new Bitcoin Daily Show every single day, 9 a.m. Central European time. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing good? Just something I'm looking at. There is some kind of hopium for a head and shoulders, you know, or there was. I don't know if there is still left. We're gonna change this, you know, a little bit. How's everybody doing in the chat? Salem Captain is here. Should be sleeping, not sleeping. Edward down only. Martin morning, and then Central Plane first as always. How's everybody doing, guys? So we had a small dump. It's not a big dump. It's a small dump, and not anything to be very worried about or anything like that. So we're gonna see how, you know, doing much better now that we have you streaming. Greetings, Sean T from Estonia. Moni Sean. Crow did well today. I haven't checked Crow in a while. I know Jasmine is doing well today. Jasmine right now up 53%. So Jasmine is, you know, exploding to the upside, you know, but you can see here on the daily time frame that right now it is going towards upside. I think it needs to consolidate up here before it actually continues towards upside, but you'll see on the weekly time frame that you know, it just had a, you know, small pit stop for 2 weeks down here. Right now going, you know, I think it's gonna continue towards upside. It can continue towards upside. It doesn't look like there is anything bad with Jasmine right now. Let's see on the daily time frame up here. You can see here I was, you know, watching the breakout, and the breakout came right now. This on the daily time frame, the breakout on the daily time frame. Now if we, you know, for whatever reason pull back down here, you know, that's bad, but if you close above the 20 moving average, you're pretty much you know, secured at this breakout. So what's gonna happen here on the small time frames, I don't know if that's gonna happen right now or when this is gonna happen, but you know, Jasmine should, you know, pull back a little bit or go a little bit sideways, you know, just to give these moving averages a little bit time, you know, to catch up with the price or something like that. Maybe on the 1 hourly we're gonna continue pumping, but even the 1 hourly is extended. This actually pumped on the 15, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes. It pumped like crazy. But I just said they're listing Jasmine. No way. That's why it's pumping. Yeah, watch the 1 hourly time frame. Watch for some kind of pullback. It might, you know, do it good. Maybe that's why it's pumpy. Very choppy DXY session. We're gonna see that. Anyways, let's go back to the Bitcoin and see what's happening on the Bitcoin time. Bitcoin over here. Which chart are we gonna use? This one. This is nice. So we thought that this was some kind of head and shoulder, inverse head and shoulders pattern up here for me, but I don't think that. But you know, this line might just go all the way up here, something like this, on the 4 hourly time frame. Right on the 4 hourly time frame, you look at it like this could definitely be some kind of inverse head and shoulders forming up here. Now the thing that we have to do is we need to do this move up here. So you know, we are almost halfway there for the inverse head and shoulders up here. So you know, if you do the move up here and break this line, you know, this line is still, you know, a very important line to break, and as soon as we break this line, you know, it's gonna start looking very, very nicely towards upside up here, give or take where you want to put it up here. But this inverse head and shoulders is still in play, although it is right now on the 4 hourly time frame. You know, but we still need to do this last move towards the upside, and you know, you can always get rejected by the last move, and you know, you don't have to go. You can also do the down movement, something like this up here. We're gonna put up here somewhere. So yeah, give or take something like this, right? So you know, that is always hoping for some kind of inverse head and shoulders pattern, and you know, this inverse head and shoulders pattern, just like last time, it's around 62,000. That's the target if it plays out. Right now it's a 64,000, something like that, give or take, because it's on 4 hourly time frame. So you know, whether we're gonna hit this target or not, whether we're gonna come there, we only know after this move up here. So you know, we gotta see the move up here. We gotta break the line, and as soon as we break the line, we'll have confirmed the inverse head and shoulders pattern, and the target should be around 63.9 or something like that, right? So that's what we are looking at right now. Any hidden divergence playing out? Well, we had the hidden bearish divergence, like we said, up here, right? We talked about it last time. I'm gonna show you where this the hidden bearish divergence. So you can see here the price is going towards downside, while here it is going towards the upside. But right now there is no divergence up here. It actually, divergences are actually, you know, correcting itself. There is a bullish let's see down here. Yeah, there is a hidden bullish divergence up here. So there is hidden bullish divergence up here that should propel us towards the upside, but it doesn't have to get out all the way up here or up here. You know, we can only go, you know, just to the moving averages up here. That's gonna beat, and it can continue towards downside, or it can just continue dumping down here, and you know the divergence will be avoided. But right now there is definitely right now a hidden bullish divergence on the 4-hourly time frame, and that might give us a little bit push towards the upside, and that might just be enough to get some kind of momentum to get above the line. And once you're above the line, it's gonna be 64. So I definitely see that, you know, today can be a very nice day. We can end the day in a, you know, 4 or 5% green or something like that. How much is this gonna be if we actually go a little bit towards the upside up here? So is there a start up here? 10% towards up. I don't know if you're gonna do 10% today, but you know, it can be a nice day with a couple of green percentage if we manage to go towards the upside up here. But all depends on what's gonna happen down here, whether this is some kind of bottom, because we did go past this you know, past this support down here. And right now this you know, hidden bullish divergence up here, it is playing out, but you know, we need at least 2 green candles, and then these 10 and 20 moving average up here is going to be a really important resistance level to break before we actually get to the top up here. So how this is actually going to play out, it's kind of sketchy. It's still, you know, still trying to, you know, correct these divergences, because you know, we started with a big bearish angle, hidden bearish divergence right now, and then this one is corrected up here at the top, which is nice. Right now we are having this divergence on the bottom side, so you know, it needs to maybe do something like this up here, you know, some kind of move like this, and you know, get out towards the upside. So that's what we're looking for right now, and you know, that might be enough, you know, to get us in the safe zone, right? Do I see any kind of move that actually can make this go towards downside? Technically right now, not really. I don't see any big dump coming, because I don't see any very important support levels that are getting, you know, threatened right now. We are below 10 and 20 moving average on the 4-hourly, but besides that, it does not look that bad. You know, this inverse head and shoulders is playing out nicely so far, with a bearish hidden bullish divergence up here, you know, towards the top. It all depends if we can climb or not. The bad part is gonna come if we cross this level down here. This on the 4-hourly time frame, right? That's on the 4-hourly time frame. This is daily time frame, but the daily time frame is down here at 56.9. So technically we just went to the support level, and right now bottom of the support level. If we start crossing that on the downside and also get below 55.9 or something like that, that's when I can see, you know, a big dump towards downside. It's if we go back below these levels, you know. But even if we get below those levels, we still need to watch out for some kind of divergences that might, you know, stop the dump. You know, it might only be some kind of wick towards the downside before we bounce right back up again. Should I go long? Like, you do whatever you want to do. There is always probability that this is gonna bottom out right over here right now, and you know, go towards the upside, break it, and go towards 64,000. So it is a big, you know, and you know what we say, you know, long the supports, short the resistance. So this is definitely some kind of long play right over here happening right now, here at the bottom. Because you can see on the daily time frame we are hitting with the wick the same level of support that we hit before. So there is definitely probability towards the upside, but it's not actually any kind of you know, big I mean, there is probability, but you know, let's clean up all these lines up here on this chart. This is 1-hourly chart. I'm going to show you a line up here that's very, you know, the reason why we're dumping down here. Also, this dump doesn't seem that legit, guys. The problem with this dump, you can see here, we broke very important levels of support, and then the dump just kind of came like slowly towards down, got pushed on the downside. Right now stopping here. Usually when you break, even though this is 1 hourly time frame, usually when you break really important resistances, you kind of have a big volatile dump to the downside. Now let's look at the volume up here. You can see here the volume, it's kind of non-existent. Like we broke to the downside, but the volume kind of picked up a little bit, but it really doesn't care. So this volume to the downside really doesn't care that we are actually going that downside. It's just kind of slow painful push towards the downside, nothing big happening. So even the dump to the downside looks very weak. Yeah, it doesn't look that interesting. So all taken into consideration, I think we're gonna get some kind of pump up towards up here, and if we do up here we can get rejected and go to the downside. I can definitely see that happening. But if we break to the upside up here, we might see some kind of 64 levels pretty fast. That said, this inverse head and shoulders is playing out right now by the book. The only thing we have to happen is go above 60k or something like that. Once you're above that, 64k is in the books. It's hitting some kind of support here. We don't want to fail to that, and we don't definitely want to fail some kind of 55.9 levels down here. Technically we are already down at 55.9 down here, right? That's 55.9. So 55 levels already been hit, so people are, if we go below 55, we might be looking at some kind of 52 levels or something like that. I don't want to find levels because I don't think that's gonna happen right now. It just seemed like if this, because on a psychological level, the price tries to push it down, it cannot. Try harder than that, and if this third push towards downside then does not go below this previous level up here, technically speaking, on a psychological level, technical analysis, this perfect inverse head and shoulders, and perfect inverse head and shoulders should get us back about to some kind of 64 level, where a lot of bullishness should definitely kick in. Now the volume also, even during this dump up here, did start a little bit high, but right now it is kind of crashing towards downside. So there is really not much to say about it. You can also see here on the I just showed 1 hourly chart that once you break certain very important levels, the volume should kick in. Like over here, the volume kicks in and fall like straight down. But if you look at a 1 hourly chart up here, like we didn't, the volume did not kick in over here. Even though it's a very important 1 hourly trend line up here, the volume just kind of didn't kick in, and all the way down here, like it's just going down. So I think some kind of reversal is happening here. This trend already is broken on the 1 hourly. I can show you here on the 30-minute chart. Let's go up here. I posted this on the something like this. I think it's this fair trend towards downside is already broken. Right now we're going something like this. We are already trying to break this level up here towards the upside. I think it's already recovering towards the upside on the small time frames, so we're gonna see how this actually plays out. But yeah, I don't see that much dump. It's nice times. We got a full moon behind us. Everything looks good. This inverse head and shoulders might just might play out. It's gonna be very nice if it does that. If it does that, we're going to 64,000, and after that we're gonna see if you can actually go to all-time high and whatever it's gonna happen. But I'm not very fearful that we are gonna drop some substantial amount today. First, if we go below 55 levels for whatever reason, that's when the fear is gonna kick in. But then technically you are already at some kind of bottom down here, right? So if you do go towards downside up here, technically you again some kind of bottom, you should reverse towards the upside. So it's a game of catch the mouse or whatever you want to call it, right? So there is no divergence on the daily, there is no divergence on the weekly time frames. Especially the weekly time frames looks very nice with the volume, with everything. No divergences following the price, climbing nicely towards the upside. Looks very nice. This daily time frame also looks very nice. Looks like it's gonna get some kind of cross up here. Perhaps that might give us a little bit bullishness. The fact that we are crossing the zero line here on the MACD is not actually that optimistic, but we take whatever we get, right? And the 4 hourly right now here looks like we're gonna get the bearish cross. So it's some kind of a move towards downside, but we don't care about move to downside. What we care about is this level down here. We care about if we're gonna break this level. If we break this level, then that's when we're gonna talk about some more downside downside 52 levels or something like that. But right now I think, you know, probability is you know, small push towards the upside, even bigger push towards the upside, breaking this level up here, and then, you know, it's gonna be smooth sailing towards the moon, right? So that's the thing. That's the thing. I sold half of my ADA holdings. So you sold 35 bucks. So yeah, that's what I think is gonna happen today for Bitcoin. Not really fearful. I also see that other altcoins are not actually, you know, dumping significantly or anything like that. Everything looks just, you know, just normal movements, right? Very nice Tia boss. Sheen Nolan. Very nice moves, Sheen. What do you think about Mana? I think Mana, the problem with Mana right now in Sand is I think they topped out, unfortunately. I know that people are saying that it's gonna go towards the upside. I think it topped out. You can see the divergences on everything right up here right now. Towards the downside. This is for all the time frame. Let's see up here. So, you know, it is. I was just looking at this. The problem up here, it is, you know, it is going towards the upside up here, but the volume is actually going towards the downside. You cannot see this on the small time frames. Better maybe. You have a big move towards the upside, and you have this up move here, where the volume is actually technically just, you know, this is going towards the upside, this is going towards the downside. The SI going down, the momentum is going down, the TLR overextended is going down, so everything is going down beside the price. So this needs to have some kind of major pullback to the downside. I think, you know, can it pull, do another one of these moves, another, I think, but the longer this goes on, the probability to the downside, when it's actually going to go to the downside, I don't quite know. Let's see here on the 4 hourly, can we figure out when this is going to go, you know, go belly up? I'm going to use this line up here. I'm going to use the VIX on the downside. I mean, you can use the VIX maybe the VIX down here, something like that. You know, the VIX are not that reliable.
Reliable.
Reliable. Okay, these weeks on downside are not that reliable, so, you know, let's see if you can see anything on the daily. Do we have a nice on the, yeah, but they are daily wicks as well. So if you break this on the downside, you know, this is gonna look well. So we are either sitting on the very support here on the Mana right now, but if you break on the downside, it's gonna look bad. I think already Mana and Sand, you know, did the trick towards the upside. Like they moon a lot. Like there are other better coins right now, I think. Reliable. Yeah, gaming has been great for me. I hope the dip will hold until tomorrow when I receive new funds so I can buy more and more. I kept PayPal. I was one of my largest holding money just sitting there. I'm putting it other layers once. Yeah, sometimes you know, you gotta do the hard, you gotta do the hard stuff, you know, and you know, sell with a loss, and you know, just move on. It really, you know, it really doesn't pay off, you know, just sitting, you know, hoping that, you know, eventually, like after 4 years or 2 years or 1 year or maybe 6 months, I don't know how, or maybe, you know, after 1 month you'll be in, you know, in game. But you know, sometimes it's, you know, it's okay to, you know, to let it go, you know, for whatever reason, right? Other coins that are performing well right now, of course, Eagle. I don't know why, but this is pumping like crazy towards the upside. So just like AVX right now, there's a lot of hype on this. It broke very important levels of resistance towards the upside up here. You know, right now it's pumping like crazy. Crazy. Let's see here, up here a little bit. So maybe on the 4 hour, it's gonna have small pullback down to some kind of 10 moving, but it's just pumping like crazy right now. Pumping like crazy without any kind of stop, man. Without any kind of stop. So it does look nice. seller last stream. I don't know what did I say about seller last stream. Seller. Probably something on Binance. Yeah, there is it. What did I say? Yeah, we said if it gets above 1.13, you know, it should look good. So right now it does look good, and the pullback down is back to the 50 moving average. So pullback is holding a retracement back to the, you know, resistance. So nice, nice, man. Hey, I'm late. The mighty 8 fish. Okay, we are late as well. So you know, you're not that late. I hope it doesn't happen. 92 by end of month sounds like a blow off top from here. Yeah, guys, there is this one thing that I want you to know. If we go towards the upside from 62 and go really fast to some kind of 90, 80, 90 levels or something like that, you always have to understand that people are right now. I just watched the George, I think I watched George, and he said that JP Morgan said like we are going to 146,000. You also have to understand that after the 2017 bear market, when we are going down towards 3,000, they were calling for 1,400 or something like that as a bottom for Bitcoin, 1,400, and we bottomed out at 4K after the bull market. So they missed like by a large number where the bottom should be. So just because they are called JP Morgan, it doesn't mean that they know exactly where it's gonna go. Also, what is very important to note is JP Morgan is not playing the game so you can win. So they will not tell you where the target is gonna be exactly on the dollar. Why? Because they don't want you to win. So what they do is they tell you that it's gonna be 146,000 and maybe it's gonna be 120 or 190,000, right? So they always overshoot the target for, you know, those reasons, and they also undershoot the target. So they had the interest in telling people that it's gonna be lower than it actually is, so people are gonna sell more, you know, so they can buy at 3,000-4,000, and then it goes up. So, you know, in their interest, it's best to tell people, you know, wrong targets. So, you know, the price will, so, you know, people think it's gonna go a lot higher. I also explained this before, you know, nobody's gonna buy Bitcoin if you tell Bitcoin is gonna top out at 80K. So you gotta tell people it's gonna top out at 150, 200K, 300K, and so forth, so people will FOMO in, right? It's only, you know, when people believe that there is a huge upside to something that they will, you know, buy the stuff. But we realistically know it's going to be around 90 to 120K. If it tops out at 80K, it tops out at 80. If it tops out at 70, it tops out at 70. But you have to understand that, you know, the 200, 300, 500 targets, that's for the mainstream, so they can, you know, they can get some kind of, you know, bullishness and FOMO in. It's not for us that understand tech analysis. For us, you know, realistic targets around, you know, 90, 100, 20,000, everything above that is a bonus. We go to 200, very nice. We go to 300, very nice. But, you know, we are calculating with 90 to 120,000, you know, some kind of top. That said, I do hope we go to 500,000. That said, I do hope we go to 500,000. Anything else looking good today? Of course, AVAX is pumping like crazy still. It just has a very nice, I think it topped out here right now. It might actually continue a little bit more up, but it needs to have some kind of pullback soon over here, maybe something like that. You know, it just went right now like 4 straight days towards the top, so it's definitely going towards some kind of, you know, blow off top right now, you know, on the short term. Anything else pumping like crazy? Yeah, Jasmine is up right now 71%. I have absolutely no clue when this is gonna stop. It's crazy. This was 80%, this was 200% move. Whether it's gonna do 200% move today or not, I don't know, but it's just going straight up. Let's see 5-minute chart on this. Like, this is on 5-minute chart. It's just shooting straight up on 5-minute chart. It has no pullback whatsoever. People are just buying. People are gonna get wrecked once you get here. You know, people buying here, you know, they're gonna get wrecked. They're gonna sell here, and it's gonna go like this again towards the upside. That's gonna be fun. Would you do Floki technical analysis? There is not much Floki technical analysis to be done because I don't have that. Let's see the chart of Floki. You know, it's gonna be interesting because I know, you know, Andre Ying on YouTube, you know, 1.77 million subscribers got Floki in his portfolio. So you're gonna do what's actually happening. Yeah, what do you think after Crow pump today? I haven't seen the Crow pump today. I've seen people mention it in the chat. Let's see if the Crow is pumping. I'm gonna look at Coinbase. There is nothing on Coin. This 5-minute chart. Let's look at a daily. chart, it's not actually pumped today, it pumped yesterday, so I don't know why people are saying it's pumped today. Q coin, let's see up here. Yeah, just like you know, it is going into some kind of parabolic move up here. Definitely right now it's increasing the speed towards the upside, so you know, depends on how much this can actually go, but definitely increasing the speed, definitely going into some kind of parabolic move up crop here. I don't see any kind of, let's see here, let's remove everything up here and see, is Crow getting any kind of blow of crap right now? Not yet. It's still you know, climbing very fast towards the upside. Floki just partnered with largest Indian football hub. That means nothing, man. That just, you know, for people to and it just does, you know, Floki. Probably this one. I don't know which one is it. Yeah, this is the one. I think this is the one. Floki. Yeah, this one, this chart. So basically it just pumped like crazy up here, and right now you're going to sell off. Will we see another move towards the upside? I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe it's gonna bottom somewhere around here, and you know, once it does that, maybe it does another move towards the upside that's even greater up here, but you know, it's hard to call. I also checked out the market cap for this, and it was about 1.5 billion. So you know, to get to you know, Shiba and Dodge, it has to do like 20x, so you know, definitely 10x can do. Crow has a supercharging, you get coins this month, you charge ETH. Logi, I don't know why people are buying it. I think that's why people are buying Crow. True, but patches now uniforms, don't pull some newbies into it. Floki just pardon me, Indian. Yeah, it might be, you know. I think these coins have understood, you know, if we want to pump it, you know, we gotta market it, you know. So the first thing they do, they release, and you know, if the coin performs well, they take out a lot of money, then they, you know, they use a lot of money to, you know, buy a lot of advertising, do another 10x, a lot of advertising, do another 10x, you know. But Indian football team has no fans, no one will see it. Yeah, they should have done cricket team, right? Not football team. Yeah, largest Indian football club. Yeah, India doesn't play football. India plays cricket, man. If you did India, you know, if Floki, you know, adopted with some, you know, cricket now, that I would FOMO into cricket so fast. Shiba breaking out right now. Shiba's not breaking out. It has 1.5% up right now. It's not breaking out of anything right now. It's just going still towards downside. If you follow Elliott wave, possible or not, I don't do Elliott wave, especially, you know, with you know, because Elliott waves uses Elliott waves, and they use Fibonacci's and all of the things that I don't like. You know, I'll do the Elliott waves from time to time, but you know, it's only for the fun of it. Shiba breaking hearts only. Yeah, Shiba is only breaking hearts. Unfortunately, Shiba is not doing that well. Technically, Shiba can do a very nice move towards the upside, but we know where the line has to go. We know where the line has to be broken, and the line is technically right now not yet broken. Like it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time, so we're gonna see that. Eagle pumping because they launched Max 2 days ago. I don't know if you talked about it. I just don't. Yeah, Max. I don't know what it. You know, I know what a DEX is. I don't know what a Max is. Crow pumping on mainnet launch. The DXY needs to call the FD. Yeah, DXY is going towards the upside, like it's not stopping. Look at it here, this is daily, but we already knew that, you know, inverse head and shoulders. By the way, this looks like a, you know, Bitcoin dump right now. This looks like a Bitcoin dump right now. So it goes up here towards the upside. You know, it needs to get all the way to the top up here 97 before we actually crash to the downside, have a pullback, right? At least that's what we're thinking, right? That's what we're thinking. This on the weekly time frame. This actually looks a lot like let's check it out. This one up here, it looks a lot like see here, bam, bam, down, up, down, up, down, up. So wait, down, up, up. See here, even here you got 2 hits. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, then down, up. So down, up, down, up. Okay, everything good so far. Everything good so far. And then we got okay, this last part up here is a little bit shaky, but you know, goes down. This one goes straight down, and then straight up, straight down, straight up, then slowly break, and then you know the moon. Hey, maybe. Hopium on the DXY. BTC following DXY. BTC lagging behind DXY. No, but same patterns, you know, happens on you know, different time frames across different pairs. You know, same patterns because you know they are following, you know, psychological. Good morning, TL. Any thoughts on Super? Not very much. I think Super has actually been performing very nicely lately. I have it here somewhere charted. It's minus 2.4% today, but it's looking good. I think it's looking good. Let's go look Super here. Super 0.2. I'm interested how it's doing. Yeah, it broke out of the lower triangle down here, broke out of the trend. It went up above the resistance, right now consolidating up here before it actually goes higher, but it does look fine. But I think it's right now during consolidation phase. Adopter, will ETFs have an effect on BTC or Ether? I don't think they will do, because you know, a lot of ETFs both come and went, you know, both ETFs that are, you know, settled in Bitcoin and ETFs that are settled in dollars, and it really doesn't affect that much of you know, it really doesn't affect that much Bitcoin price. A lot of people saying that, you know, ETFs will affect Bitcoin price, but the fact I haven't seen that much happening. And like, if you know, if you're an institutional investor, you want to invest in you know, Bitcoin price move towards upside, downside, there are other ways to do it than, you know, waiting for ETFs. You can invest in Grayscale, you can invest in this, there is a lot of ways to, you know, follow the price of Bitcoin when towards ups and downside. And you can also just buy you know, Bitcoin right off the, you know, exchanges or over the counter. So you know, there is no reason why we need to make anything special. You know, on Robinhood you can already invest in Bitcoin. So I mean, people are expecting these ETFs to have some kind of institutional investors FOMO. Institutional investors are already in. That's why we are seeing these crazy, you know, moves towards the upside and downside, is because, you know, regular people, mainstream, they just go towards the upside, but you know, institutional investors gotta push it up, down a little bit up. Okay, let's crash it down, and let's go to the moon. You know, so it goes up, down. You know, I'm thinking BTC forming a weekly W reversal pattern like DXY, but I think DXY will stop rising yet. W hasn't reached breakout from the bottom to the neckline yet. Yeah, but we know, yeah. Not this one. DXY up here, 94. So we are still looking at 94. That's the distance from the neckline to the target up here, right? You can see out here. Okay, so where's the breakout? Breakout's actually here at 96.8. How did I get up here? I don't know. Maybe, yeah, maybe my target, my lines were a little bit, you know, off. So you know, the target should actually be down here, 96.8. So we are pretty close to the target. Yeah, it's in the ballpark here. 96.7 or 97.4. So institutions are basically drunk Hong Kong. Up down. Yeah, the reason we are, you know, doing the up down movements is because institutions are messing with us. So you know, institutions are already in. Everybody that's rich and wants to get into Bitcoin is already in. You might be saying, you know, there is still, you know, 99% of the world is gonna get in. Like, nah, they're not. You know. You can also say that for gold, 99% of the world doesn't own gold. Yeah, but 99% of the world will never own gold. You know, 99% of the world will never own Bitcoin. Just because, you know, you think everybody's gonna own Bitcoin, it's a nice way, you know, to pump the price, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I can't imagine how that scribbly line could ever be off. Because it really doesn't matter. Look here, I'm gonna show you. You can do something like this, like go up and then go down, then like this, like up here. Yeah, it really doesn't matter, and go up there, okay? And this line and this line, all right now. Okay, let's move this one down here. and then you take maybe this one to breakout right over here, and then you take another, you know, legit line towards the top, and you go to the breakout. Hey, come on. Right, I messed the line. I messed the line a little bit. I messed the line like this. Okay, I used the red. I used the red up here, and this is supposed to go a little bit up there. Okay, I use the red one. I use the red one. I use the red one. Okay, so it's not the green, it's the red one. I use the. There we go, and you know, on the breakout, you can see here. See, same. Depends, you know. Depends a little bit on, you know, how much I pushed up and down and stuff like that. Maybe my line is off. Wiggly lines are nice. Wiggly lines are nice. That look legit. Of course, it looks legit because that's how lines work. You have to understand lines. So, you know, I don't think we, you know, the dump on Bitcoin has much left to go. But as soon as we hit this target up here, I think we're gonna get a pullback to the downside, because, you know, you cannot go just straight towards the upside. You have to have a pullback towards the moving averages. Right now we are extended from the moving average, so as soon as we hit that, we're gonna get towards downside, and once that hits, Bitcoin is gonna skyrocket to some kind of 98, 120k. Beats for me big head and shoulders with the one all-time high this year. Nah, it's not. I don't think so. That looks good to me. Keep it interesting. Yeah, keep it interesting. That's what all you know, the show is about. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching up here. I'm gonna show you for the ending part up here. I'm gonna show you down here that we are right now sitting at this 10 moving average. We closed very nicely above the 10 moving average on the weekly time frame. Right now we're going having a small pullback. You know, it's Monday, so, you know, pullback is fine, but, you know, we can, you know, just, you know, start climbing, you know, big moves towards the upside right now after this small pullback towards the downside. It's all, I always think it's very bullish if you start the week with a move towards downside, because that gives me, you know, because, you know, all of these weeks on the downside were created during, you know, early week or something like that. TL, CME gap put BTC at 58.28. No, we don't do CME gaps. We are done with the CME gaps. How to make weekly lines trading with us? There is this this tool up here, right? However you want. What do you think about it? Momentum carried us a little deeper. Nah, CME gaps doesn't matter. What do you think about it? Did we close on the 9 EMA? We don't do 9 EMAs on this channel. Today is the reverse. 8 ball. Are we gonna ask the 8 ball? Okay, guys. Okay, let's do that. Let's ask the 8 ball. What are we gonna ask the 8 ball? We're gonna ask the 8 ball about are we creating the inverse head and shoulders pattern on BTC 4-hourly chart? We gotta be precise, okay? So let's go. What is the 8 ball? That is the 8 ball. Are we creating inverse head and shoulders pattern on Bitcoin 4-hourly chart? Okay, guys, are you ready? If it says yes, beautiful. We're going to 64k. It is decisively so. There you go, guys. Inverse head and shoulders is in the books right now. So, you know, check shoulders 3. So right now this inverse head and shoulder is definitely in the making. It only depends how far or how low this is gonna go. This is a little bit moved to the side. I don't know why. Should be up here somewhere or like this. Definitely bullish stuff. Definitely bullish stuff happening right now. Subscribe to the channel. Enough subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button if you haven't hit the like button. Check out the notifications button. You haven't checked the notifications. Join the Telegram channel. Check out the Patreon. Do whatever you want to do. Thanks for joining today, guys. Thanks for being around. That's it for the Bitcoin Daily. We saw some altcoins as well. You know, if you're gonna see the dump, you know, it's gonna go back. It has to, you know, happen below the 55.9 or something like that. Until we are below 55.9, everything looks fine. And you know, as soon as we break up here above what's that, above 58, give or take, depends on when this actually breaks out, you know, we're gonna be very fine as well. We can put some kind of box up here. Where is the box level up here? something like this up here, you know, some kind of box. As soon as we break this level to, you know, towards the upside, we're gonna look fine. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining Bitcoin Daily Show. Everything looks fine, everything looks dandy. It is some kind of pullback to the downside, but you know, the alts are not, you know, dying or anything like that. Maybe it's nice time to, you know, buy the dip or whatever, but you know, if you go below 55.9, that might be, you know, a little bit worrisome, you know, and especially, you know, going with the wick down is not that problem, but you know, closing on the 4 hour lead below this level can be a problem. But as long as I aren't doing that, like, this is still in the you know, theoretically probable. And if you do something like this up here, you know, we should reach 64 pretty fast. That's like something right now, that's a pretty move to move towards side. That's like 10-11% towards the upside. So that's gonna be nice. That's gonna be very, very nice. And you know what, was it plan B or Willie Wall who said that? He said we're gonna start seeing 10k candles. So this is a 10k candle, guys. Can we do this? Can we do a 10k candle up here? That's 70%, man. Can we do a 10k candle? 2070, a big November dip before new high. Yeah, on the crypto banter video. Did you call me dump? I don't remember. Anyways, that's it, guys. Bye bye.